before we get into the episode, let's check in on the prediction league. As you can see, Stafford Bantam still in the lead. However, both Arcarroll and River City Bantam have both narrowed the gap. They are now both joint second, having added 6 and 7 points. Although we're not even a third into the season, there's still plenty of time for this all to change. Remember, if you want to enter, the link is in the description for the next match, as are the rules for anyone who hasn't entered already. It's free to play, just create a forum account. And with that, let's roll the titles. Welcome to game week 15 of the Sky Bet League 2. We are at home today to Port Vale. Port Vale have been in a bit of a weird form all season. They've scored a lot of goals, but it's only been the last 2 league matches that they've actually won a match. They have started to turn their form around, and they always threat in front of goal, so it could be a lot more difficult than actually it would seem on paper. News-wise, it's been a bit of a quiet week, especially we've had no new injuries. We're only missing Ben Richards Everton. They're missing Richard Bennett. Anyway, with that, let's check out what team we're going for today. It's not really much of a shock. It's pretty much a solid team we've been sticking with. So it's McGee in goal, Mello at right back, O'Connor and Powdy in centre back, and Wood at left back. Pritchard and Cook in midfield, DeVitt and Middleton on the wing, and McCartan and Donaldson up top. On the bench, we've got O'Donnell, Henley, Staunton, Reeves, Guthrie, Donnelly, and Novak. Hopefully, we'll get some more minutes into Reeves today. At least they give us some options in central midfield. Team talk, I think today we're going to go with positive, and we're going to go been on a good run of form. That's giving confidence to DeVitt, but not everyone else. For everyone else, I'm going to go, I have faith in you. Save midfield and attack. So you might switch this up and go expecting quality finishing. Been a quiet start to the game, but we've got a free kick here, and McCartan volleys it over the bar. Connor Wood standing over the free kick, puts it into the box. McCartan scores. 1-0 up. 30 minutes in. Good header by McCartan. So Port Vale, they have quite a good line here. If you look, they're goal side of almost all of our attackers, apart from this guy here. That defender's maybe switched off a little bit. That does do a free kick that can be whipped in like this. However, that will not leave an easy header as the ball's going to be going away from goal. So Wood instead decides to play the percentage ball and hit the space with an in-swinger and hope that one of the attackers can lose his man, which McCartan managed to do with a clever little move and then loops the header over the keeper for a good goal. We're 1-0 up. There's apparently some dispute over it being onside, but no, McCartan is miles on. Middleton whips the corner in. O'Connor heads it over the bar. Just couldn't get over it to keep it down. Clark with a throw. Finds Cullen is dropped out wide to the wing. Back Clark, who finds Cullen again. Cullen plays it short to Montano. Oh, shoot! That's a brilliant goal. I'm not sure Mellor should have maybe have got a bit closer and closed him down, but keeper was never stopping that. So we do well to cut off Cullen's options for forcing on back to Clark. This is where the problems arise though. DeVitt gets pulled out to go and close down Clark. We can see while Mellor's got Montano well covered, there's an easy ball into Cullen, who's got plenty of space to run into. And Mellor's too far to close him down, and by trying to attempt to close him down, it gives Montano space that he can exploit. And that just sees Mellor stuck in no man's land. Wonderful strike though. Mellor with the ball on his side, Port Vale's half, sweeps it out to Middleton. Middleton drives forward and plays in Wood. Wood goes to the byline. Crosses. Donaldson! His header is easily saved. Cook gets the ball, turns on it, plays in Pritchard. Pritchard drives forward and plays it across to Cook. Cook back to Pritchard. Pritchard looks for Middleton and finds him, then back to Cook again. Then Cook on the edge of the area and with his right foot shoots at goal, but it's over the bar. Corner for City. Middleton to take. Sweeps it in. McCartan rises highest, heads it goalwards, and Powdy puts it in back of net. But it's been ruled out for offside. We'll have to take a closer look at this because I'm not sure. Here we go. Corner comes in. McCartan headers it, and yes, he's about a foot off. Still 1-1. Brown with a long kick upfield looking for Cullen. O'Connor beats him to it though, but it falls to Taylor. Taylor's got some space to attack and plays it out to Montano. Montano drives forward, shoots with his left foot, and what a strike. That's 2 wonderful goals for them. Once again, the keeper had no chance. So our problems on this goal start from Anthony O'Connor winning the ball here, but not getting the follow-up. Pulls him out of position. The 3 defenders are quite well positioned It's just this big gap behind O'Connor to be exploited, and he never really gets back in position, which is the space that Montana runs into before unleashing this shot, which is the Thunderbolt. Clark with a free kick. Plays it sideways to Joyce. Joyce plays it forward. Montana nods it on and then traces the ball to the byline. Gets there. Crosses. Cullen heads it towards goal, but McGee tips it over the bar. Carton with a free kick. Whips it into the back post and Powdy's finds some space. And Brown tips it over the bar. Middleton stands over the free kick. Whips it into the back post. McCartan scores. Back equal. Actually, really good play by McCartan here. He managed to lose his man for a little dink and then peels away into space and heads it home. If we take a closer look, as you can see, Port Vale's defending is quite good all round, but there's McCartan there, so he's very well marked. What we will see him do is make a slight move forward, which draws the defender's attention before dropping into this space there on the defender's blind side. And then that leaves him in space just to head it home fairly easily. I think there may have been a question of offside here though. Let's have a look. Yeah, the line's flashing, that tells you how borderline it is. There we have it at half time. It's 2-2. But we've dominated them. 15 shots to their 5. 8 shots on target to their 4. We've had no clear-cut chances with neither of them. 60% of possession. 88% of passes successful. 86% tackles won, although they've won 100. And we've won 62% of headers, and they're 63% instead. McCartan, thanks to his 2 goals, is our best player. Our worst player is Javitt, who's struggling to get a cross in. There's a 0% success rate at the moment. Hopefully in the second half we can kick up a gear and put this game to bed. I would definitely want to see David do more, because he's been poor so far. Team talk wise, I'm going to have to try and fire him up, so I'm going to go assertive. And I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. For the individuals, I'm going to go assertive again, and you have to be able to make a difference. And hopefully that works and fires most of them up, and it seems to be working. Actually, for strikers, as McCartan did well, I'm going to say he weren't that bad, but he could do better. Or with the free kick. Plays it short to Amu, who plays it back to Worrell. Worrell looks to try and get a cross in. Cook does well and block it, but it falls to Clark. Clark then plays it back to Worrell. Worrell drives forward, goes past the defender, takes a shot. Luckily, it didn't have the power or placement, and McGee holds it. Worrell now with the corner. Whips it in to the back post, and Crooks has scored, and Port Vale back in the lead. Looks like really poor defending by Powdy and Cook. Had 2 men on him, and neither of them could out-jump him. Should get a better look on this replay. Yep. 2 of them could have dealt with it, and neither of them did, and Crooks scores an easy goal. Okay, we haven't done it for 5 minutes, so I'm going to make a tactical change here. Let's move to a bit more central and have Mellor do more of attacking down that wing. Middleton with the free kick, puts it in, and McCartan just heads the ball wide. Middleton down the wing, looks up, plays it over to Pritchard in centre. Pritchard tries forward, strikes it and hits the post. Almost an equaliser there. Wood puts in the free kick, and Donson heads it towards goal, and it hits the bar. So unlucky. Brown clears the ball upfield. Cook wins the header, knocks it down to Davitt. Davitt, oh, that's a brilliant ball, Davitt. And Donaldson, first time strike into top corner. We're level again. So Cook does well winning the header here. I've been critical of Davitt's decision making at times this season, but he had a lot to do here, and he chooses the right option. He could have played this ball into Donaldson's run, but it would have meant Donaldson was at a much wider angle to get his shot away. Or he could have played this ball into McCartan and had McCartan attack that gap between 2 centre-backs, but they would have been converging into that space, making it a much harder chance for McCartan. So what he did, he saw that Donaldson was ahead and then just played a straight ball and trusted Donaldson to be able to run onto it. It was a simple ball and it was the correct ball. The defenders were never going to get back at Donaldson. Still had a lot to do, and that's a great strike in the top corner, but it was all made by Davitt. Ollie Leckie tries to find the ball down the line, but he hits Middleton. Middleton finds Donaldson, who plays in Davitt, and Davitt plays in Donaldson. Donaldson shoots, and he should score, but the keeper saves it. That was an easier chance than the goal he scored. Powdy plays it forward to Middleton. Middleton sees the overlapping run of Wood. Wood drives forward, cuts it back to Middleton. Middleton pulls it into the centre to Pritchard. Pritchard, first time strike. Another thunderbolt. Keeper spills it, and they hack it away. Gibbons, with the throw-in, finds Conlon. Conlon plays back to Gibbons. Gibbons tries to cross, but gets tackled, but gets second time. It's headed clear by Mellor, but only as far as Amu. Amu plays it to Campbell Gordon. Campbell Gordon shoots another wonder goal for them. They're back in the lead. We should have put this game to bed, but because we haven't, we've kept letting them get back into it and keep taking the lead. It's harsh, but you probably have to blame Mellor. He does well to deal with it there, but if you look at all the gap he leaves out here, he's never going to get out the cover of this player. You can see that while he tries to close it down, already when the ball gets played, look at that gap. Gives him plenty of time to get that shot off. They would take a couple of touches and still have plenty of space and just drill it into the corner. Gibbons with the throw. Finds Conlon. Conlon, can he get the cross in? He does. And Montano Manata scores. That's our unbeaten run gone. Oh no, wait a minute. It's been disallowed. Offside apparently. We'll have to take another look at the replay and see if he was. So here we go. So Conlon cross comes in and yes, according to that, good decision by the linesman. Saves our bacon, although we've not got long to get back into it. Powdy now. Plays it into Pritchard. Pritchard looks up and finds Middleton out on the wing. Middleton, can he get this cross in? He does, and McCartan, he scores. That's to be the last kick of the ball, you would think, and now 4-4. Really want to see this again because it looked like a great volley. So here we go. Powdy plays it into Pritchard. Pritchard already knows where Middleton is and plays it almost first time. There's men in the middle, but everyone's marked up. McCartan takes one step back and then fires the volley home. Excellent volley. Excellent goal. Looks even better from behind goal. Now we just have to try not to concede. So Montano tries to take on his man, plays the ball back, but it's cut out by Pritchard. And then it's played forward, and then DeVitt picks up the ball. DeVitt drives forward, and the whistle goes. Got lucky there. It's going to make difficult team talk. I'm going to have to go with assertive and simply put that was not good enough. Because it just wasn't. Before the match, I'd have been disappointed with a 4-4 draw. Or any draw. Should have been winning this with ease. But at the end of the day, that showed great spirit by the team to come back. And a great hat-trick from McCartan. Who would have thought he would have scored a hat-trick? That's why, though, you just have to look. We still dominated. 23 shots to their 12. 12 shots on target. We had 2 clear cut to their 1. And we still dominated possession. The player stats, though, are a bit of a mixed bag. You look at the mistakes column. There's an awful lot in there. But on the other hand, key chances. Middleton 5. DeVitt 2. Cook 1. Pritchard 3. Wood 3. Chances created, 2 from Wood, 2 from DeVitt, and assists, 1 from Wood, 1 from DeVitt, and 2 from Middleton. If it wasn't for the mistakes, and if we had been a bit more clinical in front of goal, we would say it was a great performance. So for the other results, Cambridge won 2-0 against Grimsby. Carlisle beat Northampton 2-0 as well. They still remain bottom though. Cheltenham, who are in third, beat Macclesfield 2-0. Crewe beat Colchester 2-1. That dents Colchester's chance of an automatic promotion. Mansfield won 2-1 against Salford. Forest Green in second went to Morecambe and won 2-0. Newport lost 1-0 to Crawley. Oldham beat Walsall 1-0. Plymouth drew 0-0 with Leyton Orient. Scunthorpe won 1-0 against Exeter. And Swindon won 3-0 against Stevenage. Table-wise, we're still top. We've got a 8-point lead against Forest Green and a 9-point against Cheltenham, who are in third. And we are 14 points ahead of Cambridge, who are the team just outside the playoff positions. So automatic promotion should still be on, and a playoff at least. Next match will be against 22nd place Macclesfield. That will be played on Saturday the 25th at 8 PM BST. So make sure you got your Prediction League entries in by then. And if you haven't already taken part in the Prediction League, remember you still can. Just look in the threads in the description, which will both give you a how to play and also the entry thread for the next match. It's free to enter, just need to create a forum account. And with that, if you could give us a like and a follow, and we will see you next time.